Hey everyone. Okay, so I want to kind of talk to you about Noah and his sleep habits right now. Noah, let's kind of go from the beginning. Noah, when he was born, slept in our room. We co-slept. He slept in a bassinet and we in our bed. And eventually the bassinet kind of didn't work anymore, or the bassinet was a little high, and I kind of had to get out of the bed anyways to kind of get him in the bed. And it kind of defeated my purpose of having a bassinet because I really didn't want to get out of the bed in the middle of the night. So we got rid of the bassinet and we bought a Fisher-Price rocker sleep and play. I think that's what it's called. I did a review on it. Really great product. But anyhow, so we bought that and he slept in that, which was really good because he had reflux. Still does. But it sleeps at an incline, and it was actually below our mattress some, so it was very easy to just kind of lean over the bed and pick him up and pull him in the bed. At that time I was still trying to breastfeed, even though it was going very poorly, but I was still putting him on my breast regardless, just so that I could get some stimulation from him. So I would put him in the bed with me at night and let him nurse, and then put him back in the Fisher-Price sleeper after that. That went on until I want to say he was 4 months old, and then we took the Fisher-Price rocker play sleepy thing, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. We took that out, and then we took his pack and play, and we put his pack and play beside our bed, and we had the bassinet portion attached, and he was sleeping in that. I hear him out there. He's supposed to be with Daddy. I might have to get him. But, hold on. Noah, come see Mama. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. I see you. Come on. Come see Mama. Come on. Come on. Come see me. Come see me. Yeah. No, don't go for the camera. Come sit in my lap. Okay. Sorry. So, anyhow, we put the bassinet in there. He was sleeping in that. I think he slept in that for, let's see, maybe till he was 6 months old. No, 7 months old. And at 7 months old, we took him out of that because he was basically too big for the bassinet portion, and I started putting him in the, you know, in the pack and play at the very lowest level. And anyhow, he do not go for it. No, sir. Oh, okay, Mama's gonna hold you, or you're gonna have to go back out there with Daddy. You can't go for that. Okay, you can't do that. I need like some fun thing for him to look at on the camera so he'll sit still. But anyhow, what do you want, baby? Look, you want this? Like this? Look. Where's Noah? Ooh, get it. So anyhow, Noah's son, listen, do not do that, please. Please don't. Please, no. It's not a toy. He thinks the camera is a toy. And as soon as he sees it up, he's like, oh, toy. So, anyways, around the 7-month mark, he came into our bed and we started bed sharing. We bed shared until, no sir, come sit in my lap. Thank you. We were bed sharing until, I want to say 11 months. No sir, hey. And so we were bed sharing until then. Then we put him in his own room. Hold on 1 second. I think we got a stinky. Okay, sorry about that. He had a stink. So anyhow, he stopped bed sharing around 11, or yeah, around 11 months, and he started sleeping in his own bed in his own room. Go over there and play, baby. In his own bed in his own room, and he you are so nosy. And he was doing, stop, Noah. He was doing really well with that. He was also taking his naps in here during the day for a long time, well before he stopped the bed sharing. No, sir. No, sir. Long before he stopped bed sharing. And anyhow, he, sorry, I have to watch him. He's so sneaky. So anyhow, he was doing really well. And I don't really know what happened, but at some point, I don't know, he started getting really almost terrified of his bed. As soon as I would put him in his bed, no, James, do not touch it. No, sir. As soon as I put him in his bed, he would start screaming and crying, and the look on his face, it wasn't a look as if, oh, I don't want to be in here. It was more of a look like, oh my God, you have put me in a room, you're leaving me, I'll never see you again. Frightened. I mean, you could tell he was just so scared to be in here alone and in his crib. I mean, just as soon as I put his feet in his crib, he would just scream. And I mean scream. And so eventually me and my husband talked, and I have always kind of been against the cry it out method. Not for other parents, but for myself. It was just not something I wanted to do. But at this point, it was like, what else can you do? You know, we don't mind him being on our bed, but we want him to be comfortable in his own bed and comfortable in his own room by himself. We don't want him to feel like this is a scary place for him. But we decided that we would try the cry it out method, and that didn't last very long. The first couple of nights he did okay, and he went to sleep after about 15 minutes. And but then after that it got worse, and he just kept crying and crying and crying to like no end. He was screaming so loud it was making him sound hoarse. He was turning red. He was oh, careful. He was getting clammy from getting himself so worked up. So it wasn't a very pleasant experience for him, nor for me. It just tore me up. I couldn't stand it. So I kept bringing him in the bed with us at night after trying to get him in his own crib, and he would sleep on. There have been occasions where I could get him in his bed at night, like have him on my chest, let him go to sleep while we're in the living room while I'm laying on the couch. He fell asleep. Now, he'd have to be in a very deep sleep for me to, don't think about it, to get him, I see you, to get him to go to sleep in his own bed. If he wasn't in a deep sleep, he would wake up as soon as I tried to put him in his own crib. So, anyhow, if he would go to sleep in his own crib by by about 4 o'clock when he normally wakes up, he would start screaming to no end. Don't touch it. No. And then the only solution again is to bring him back into our bed. Not even a bottle would get him to go back to sleep by himself in the crib. So, here we are. And we want him to be comfortable in his bed, and we want him to be comfortable in his room alone. So, we have decided to sidecar. So we have taken off one rail on his crib and placed it against our bed. And we are hoping, no, listen, you are getting extremely too close to that camera. So we've got one side off, and we got it pushed up to our bed. And we are going to see if this works. So we're going to put him in his crib beside our bed at night. We're going to try that for about 2 weeks. Then we're going to put the rail back on the bed. Don't touch it. We're going to put the rail back on the bed while it's on the crib, while it's still next to our bed. And if that works, we're going to try that for about 2 weeks. And then if that works, we're going to try to move the crib back out of our room and back into his room. That's our plan. If you have any tips on how to get the sleeping arrangements to where he's in his own room, in his crib, I would love to hear them. Cry it out's not one that I'm going to try again, so don't even offer cry it out, because I'm not going to try it again. But yeah, that's basically where we're at. And I kind of think this may be a little bit of separation anxiety, but I don't know how to make it any better. So like I said, if you have any tips, please let me know. I am open to your suggestions. So yeah, that is where we're at right now with Noah. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.